Hello, tarot friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's reading is about the energy for the weekend between you and another main person in your life. I'll be pulling 3 cards for you, 3 cards for them, and 3 cards for the energy between you guys. Remember, these are general readings, so sometimes it may resonate, sometimes it may not, but please listen to your sun, moon, rising, and even Venus signs for a fuller picture. Timestamps are in the description box below. Aries. For your energy going into this weekend, you get 4 of Inspiration, Knight of Materials, the Moon. Your significant other person comes in with Ace of Inspiration reversed, the Queen of Inspiration, and the Wheel in reverse. For the energy between you guys, we have the 6 of Materials, the Queen of Voices, and the 10 of Voices in reverse. Okay, so Aries. 4 of Inspiration. What is your foundation? What are you trying to stay committed to? Because at this point, it looks like you are wanting to dig in there, wanting to plant the seeds, take care of them, let them grow. You're wanting to take your time and really move forward in something, but you might not actually have a plan as to where you're going. You want something to work out and you're willing to work on it, but you honestly have no idea what steps to take, where it's going, how it's going to turn out. What a frustrating energy. It feels like you are really torn between wanting something and not knowing what it's supposed to look like. Now, your person really wants to feel good and doesn't feel good. They're surrounded by this negative energy. The Ace of Inspirations is absolutely beautiful, but when it's in reverse, it does not feel beautiful. It can be sharp, painful, toxic. And then this Wheel in reverse, it's like the timing's not working out. It's like things are not lining up how they're supposed to be. Deep down, there's a serious desire to feel okay, to feel balanced, to feel good, inspired, sexy, passionate, feeling really powerful. But the energy that they're swimming in right now feels anything but. It's very conflicting. It's very heavy. There's a lot of negativity surrounding this other person. So the energy between you guys, wow, it looks like something was working out, like there was some balance, right? There's something that you're wanting to stay committed to. But the Queen of Voices is coming in like, hey, look, something really needs to be discussed and something really has to stop. So you don't know which direction you're going. This person really wants to feel better. And ultimately, there needs to be a really clear conversation where both parties come in and say, hey, this is what I need. This is what I need to not have. And this is what you need. And this is what you need to not have so that things can work out, because something's got to end. And if something doesn't end, then I don't see how a new chapter is going to be able to come in. Ouch. Hope you guys can have a good conversation and work some things out. The underlying energy for this spread is the Knight of Emotions. So there is your advice. Please have kind words, not just to yourself, but to the other person. It looks like there's probably a lot of confusion and hurt feelings here. Let's remember why we're working on whatever it is we're working on to begin with, and open up from your heart. Don't have a conversation before you're ready to see the other person and communicate with them in a way that you feel good about communicating. Taurus. Okay, wow, Taurus, you start off with the Queen of Emotions, the Knight of Emotions, and the 8 of Emotions. Your person is showing up with the 10 of Inspirations. Ooh, the Awakening Judgment card, and the 10 of Materials. Oh my, okay. The energy between you, we have the Chariot, the Knight of Inspirations, and the Ace of Emotions. Oh my goodness. Okay. Underlying energy is Six of Inspirations. Wow, what a weekend. So all three of your cards, Taurus, came in as emotions. The Cups, the Queen of Emotions, you are really in the feels. The Knight of Emotions, you are wanting your love to come across. You're wanting your messages to be heard and to be felt. But man, you're also feeling like something needs to be detached from. There's some kind of void that you're feeling. So you're like, look, I'm hurting, I'm open, and I'm trying, and I'm full of love, but I just got to walk away because this isn't working. Meanwhile, your person is having a similar feeling of needing to be done with something, needing to walk away or let go of some burden with the Ten of Inspirations, the Ten of Wands, right? They're really wanting to have the truth. They're not wanting to have to hide or pretend. They're really wanting all masks or all pretense to just drop. And so we can just have the whole truth, everything out on the table, elephants in the room, just completely out in the open to be discussed. The Ten of Materials, they're really wanting things to work out, but they're feeling like something has to be let go because the truth is not in full sight right now. Whenever I see multiple tens in a reading, there's definitely this feeling of going in the right direction. And with the 20 in between these two tens of the major arcana, it's a serious feeling on this other person's side of really wanting something to be right. It's not like they don't love you. It's just that something doesn't feel right. So the energy between you guys, we have the Chariot, the Knight of Inspiration, and the Ace of Emotions. Gosh, there's this feeling like we got to just jet. We got to get this done. We got to get this figured out. We can't be in limbo anymore. The Knight of Inspirations wants freedom, wants fun, wants passion. Probably all these things that I'm guessing, if this was a romantic relationship, you guys did share, but things have gotten really heavy. The good news is there is a chance for a fresh start. So Six of Inspirations, make sure that you are not just feeling you're seen, but make sure the other person feels seen too. If you guys can come together and kind of get back to basics of the underlying love that actually exists between you guys, there is a chance at working things out. This person's not going to be happy unless there's total clarity. And this person, you are not going to be happy unless you feel totally loved and accepted. So hopefully you guys can work some things out, find the freedom and the fire that you once had between you guys, and remember to stay open and keep hoping for the best. Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you're coming with the Chariot, Ace of Inspirations, the Ten of Voices, and your other person is coming in, the Queen of Emotions, the World Cosmos, and the Eight of Materials. The energy between you, Queen of Materials, Justice, and the Nine of Voices. Okay, underlying energy is the Ten of Emotions. So Gemini, you are showing up with this Chariot energy. You are just wanting to get a move on things. You are tired of feeling stuck. The Ace of Inspirations, you're feeling inspired. You're feeling like you know what needs to be done. But then there's this Ten of Voices coming in. So it's like you have this fiery inspiration. Let's go, let's do this. No, I can't. Let's go, let's do this. No, let's just call it all off. Let's shut it all down. It's a very frustrating, I feel like you're very torn between giving something your all and with all of your all, closing it down. The other person is showing up with the Queen of Emotions, totally emotionally open, loving, wanting things to be good, wanting to feel give and take of love. The World Cosmos, really wanting to have lessons learned, closure, full understanding. And the Eight of Materials, this person is willing to do the work. This is a really beautiful energy over here. This person feels like this connection is something absolutely worth working on. So between you guys, we have the Queen of Materials, the Justice card, and the Nine of Voices. This could be a marriage, some kind of legal commitment. With the Queen of Materials and the Nine of Voices, you guys might be worried about financial, tangible things like housing, your surrounding, the things around you. There is a feeling of disconnect, like it hasn't come to fruition, and it's very, very frustrating. Things may be worrying you, keeping you up at night. There's definitely this desire for all needs to be met, and for things to be fair, but it doesn't feel like it's coming out in that direction. With the 10 of Emotions underneath the deck, and since you have the 10 also here, if you want things to go in more of a full circle, lessons learned kind of a direction, please open up your heart. I know you have the inspiration for it, and I know you want something to happen here. So choose what your focus is. Do you want to start something with fresh energy, or do you want to end something completely? Check in with your heart. Make sure you're focused on what's fair. Try to stop worrying and think about what you actually need. And remember that this person might be really feeling open to be hurt by anything that's happening right now. So make sure, if you want this connection to work, to come with this love energy to this person, because their intentions are really, really good. They might be tired. They might feel like they don't really know what to do, but their goal is absolutely to have some completion. So decide what it is that you want there and go for fairness. Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you're showing up with the 8 of Emotions, 10 of Materials, and the 7 of Emotions. Your other person comes in with the Lovers, the 6 of Emotions, and the Muse of Materials. The energy between you guys, we have the Hermit, the 5 of Materials, and the 3 of Emotions. Okay, energy under the deck is the 10 of Voices. So you are showing up with this desire to be done with something, but you also want your cake and eat it too. You're having a hard time figuring out which direction to go in. Ooh, there's some confusion here for sure. There's something you're really wanting to avoid, but there's also something you're really wanting to go to. With the 7 Emotions, feeling that lack of clarity, make steps to really try to get in tune with yourself and see if you can take the fog off of your own eyes. If you're indulging in excess with any addictions or crutches, this might be something that you can kind of take away in order to help clarify what it is that you actually need to do here. This difference between wanting to avoid something and wanting to lean into your needs being met. The other person is showing up as the Lovers, the 6 of Emotions, and the Muse of Materials. So they're kind of stuck with this choice they're trying to make. There's this nostalgia that they have in their heart. And then at the same time, there's this real desire. Over here, you're having the 10, they're having the Muse. That's the King of Materials. They really, really want the tangible needs to be met in a very real way. Also feeling really nostalgic for the past and maybe the way things were. So they're torn over something, a way to play this, a way to move forward. There's definitely love here. You have emotions, they have emotions, and the Lovers card. This could be a soul connection, absolutely. For the energy between you guys, the Hermit and the 5 of Materials and the 3 of Emotions. So definitely don't rush into communication about this. There is a serious need for problem solving, And I don't think that this is just problems that are arising between this connection. This Five of Materials feels like it's coming up from like an old pattern, some old wound that is being resurfaced now with this connection. The Three of Emotions shows there's absolutely a possibility of reconciliation, understanding, a peaceful coming together, probably peaceful coming back together. You guys might be in separation right now, if not physically, maybe emotionally, but it definitely looks like now is not the time for action. Now is actually the time for some healing and some problem solving within each of you individually. The Ten of Voices here is telling me, stop rushing forward. It's time to just chill, end some things within ourselves, some past wounds. Let's heal some things in our own past so that we can come together and try to have this reunion of what seems to be an actually beautiful, loving connection. Take care of yourselves. Don't push each other. Take it easy. Leo. Okay, Leo, so right out the gate, ooh, what's she trying to say? We got the Queen of Voices, the Awakening card, and the Ten of Materials. Whoa, it's like you know what you want, and you know that you're gonna get it. The Star card for the other person in your life, Five of Inspirations, and the Queen of Inspirations. Okay. For the energy between you guys, we have the Devil, the Three of Inspiration, and the Two of Voices. Energy under the deck is the Six of Materials. Okay, so Leo, with this Awakening card here, it's like the Judgment card. What are you wanting to be super clear about? It's like the true inner you is really wanting to be able to shine out unapologetically, ask for what you want, and manifest it, because you're very clear about what it is you want and how you want to get it. Well, the other person over here is working on healing some kind of conflict, some kind of too many different energies pulling in different directions, when they are really trying to get back to feeling very powerful. This person is probably very dynamic and able to manifest for themselves, but there is some conflict or old wound or something like that that they're having to recover from. It looks like the connection between you guys might have gotten a little bit toxic with the Devil card here. The Three of Inspirations is like, we're waiting for some more information to come in before we make this choice with the Two of Voices. It's like there's a pause. It's like there was some sort of upset. Now we're paused and waiting, and we're not really sure which direction we're going to go. The good news is you guys do get each other. It's a very balanced underlying energy of give and take, and it seems very reciprocal, like there is some understanding here on a very real level. But for right now, we're in a waiting period. So keep being clear about what you want. And I think this other person is going to come around soon. And hopefully whatever it is you guys are waiting on can inform you. And you can take the next step wherever you're going to go. Virgo. Okay. You are showing up with the Seven of Materials, the Nine of Materials, and the Two of Voices. The other person is showing up with Hermit energy, Emperor energy, and Magician energy. Okay. Between you guys, we have the Six of Voices, the Two of Emotions, wow, and the Five of Voices. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of emotion here. The Ten of Emotions is a very happy card. This could be a family situation, and if you're not feeling a bunch of happiness right now, it looks like you're focused on wanting to bring that in for this connection. With the Seven of Materials, it's like you've probably been working really hard on something. You are really invested in this connection, and you've recently decided to turn your energy more toward yourself, to become more self-sufficient and to be able to make yourself happier. It seems like there still are some choices that you need to make in regards to this connection, but it's definitely a healthier place here to make it from this Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Materials. Make sure you take your own needs into account before you make any decisions. The other person is showing up as the Hermit, the Emperor, and the Magician. Whoa, they really want something to work out the right way. They are focused on some problem that needs solved, and with so much tenacity and strength and this feeling of this is the way that it's going to be. With the Magician card, they are likely going to be able to figure out whatever it is that they're trying to figure out in exactly the way that they want things to be. This is very, very powerful energy. It might not be super quick, but it is a super stable, steady, strong feeling of wanting to manifest something, wanting to fix something, wanting to make something really right. Wow. For the energy between you guys, yeah, it looks like this is a soul connection, some sort of soulmate, some lessons to be learned, definitely love. And we have here the Six of Voices and the Five of Voices. That's kind of a painful energy of going back and forth between, I want to move on, I'm stuck in conflict. I want to move on, I'm stuck in conflict. The Six of Voices is moving on from the Five of Voices, but here we see the progression isn't from 5 to 6. It's from 6 to 5 with the soulmates in between. So keep your heart open. Definitely make sure you're still focusing on your own needs. And I would sit back and see what this other person has to manifest, because they are definitely working on something.
Libra.
Okay, you are showing up nice with the Ace of Materials, the Eight of Materials, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, got some energy going. And the other person is showing up with the Four of Voices, needing some rest, Five of Inspiration, and the Knight of Inspiration. Okay, and the energy between you guys, we have Justice, the Moon, and Awakening. Wow. Okay, so you are absolutely working on something. It looks like there's some new idea, new project, new path you've decided to take, and you are diving all the way in. You are working on it from a whole bunch of different angles, especially even energetically. You're communicating with people about it, or if not with other people, for sure you are having a lot of ideas going back and forth between yourself, a bunch of different directions, a bunch of different inspirations you can have with this idea. It looks like you are quite busy working on something. For some of you, this may be energy going toward your partner. For others of you, it might be that you've turned within and yourself is what you are focusing on. For your partner, they need a nap. They need to rest. There's something that they're working on healing. They need to relax. They are centered on too much conflict lately. They might be pulled in different directions, listening to the advice of other people. They're really needing to just chill out. And there's a huge desire here for freedom, for feeling good, for having fun, definitely wanting to free themselves of whatever conflict this has been. For the energy between you guys, we have Justice, the Moon, and Awakening. That is 3 major arcana cards. So there is definitely a need for something fair, for whatever it is that the truth is needing to be revealed. And this Moon card, it's like something goes really, really deep whatever it is, whatever truth that right now has not come to light, it looks like it's hidden right now, but it doesn't look like it's too long before this is uncovered. With you working, this person resting, definitely it seems like this is what is being processed. Whatever is not come to light yet is close under the surface, and it will be shown in due time. The Two of Emotions was the energy under the deck. So this is probably some kind of soulmate connection, some sort of relationship where lessons are to be learned. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. 8 of Materials. 7 of Voices. Queen of Emotions. And the other person comes in with the Star, the Sun, ooh, and the Knight of Emotions. Wow, okay. The energy in between you guys, we have Strength. We have Page of Voices and 3 of Materials. The energy under the deck is 6 of Materials. So you are really, Scorpio, working on something here, but not sure of your strategy. There's something that isn't seen quite right, whether you're lying to yourself or you're lying to somebody else, or somebody else is lying to you, or it's just that somehow the path is not seen here. There's some kind of deceptive energy, but you're trying to work on something here. And in the end, you really want to be able to have your heart space open and ready to heal and ready to overflow with love. But there's definitely something that you're trying to work on, and there's some kind of roadblock, I guess, here on your way to working on that. For the other person in your life, wow, they are working on healing their heart too. So the Star energy is all about healing, especially after a big trauma. The Sun is the most happy card in the deck, and it paired with the Star is so beautiful. It's like certain recovery. And the Knight of Emotions is this feeling of wanting to come from the heart with messages, with communication. It's this beautiful feeling of healing something within and then giving from that space. The energy between you guys, we have the Strength card, the Page of Voices, and the 3 of Materials. Hang in there. This is the type of energy that can really work together. With the Page of Voices, make sure you're really, really clear. Make sure that any information that you gather from each other, it's understood. There's no point in having communication if the other person doesn't receive and understand what you're trying to say. So make sure you're really listening as well as communicating really clearly. And with the 6 of Materials between you guys, it's super beautiful, this balanced give and take energy. This really feels like something that has a lot of potential to heal. Whatever it is that's not really as it seems right here, it absolutely seems like you guys have the power to work through this together. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, the Muse of Voices. That's like the King of Swords. The Lovers. The Moon. Ooh. And for your person, 10 of Voices. The Hermit. And, wow, the Muse of Inspiration. Wow. That's like the King of Wands. And for the energy in between you guys, we have the 2 of Emotions, the World Cosmos, and the Star. Underlying energy, 3 of Inspirations. So I think it's really interesting that your energy and your person's energy are bookending this reading with two kings. You with this mental clarity, communication energy, and the other person with this fiery, passionate, inspired energy. Either way, there's a lot of energy here, and you both have major arcana all over the place. So this is definitely a strong connection. So you are feeling like you really want to be clear about something, probably regarding this connection, but there's something that is still mysterious, and it's something that's really deep. So even though you're really wanting to just put your foot down, be clear, communicate, there's still this uncertainty that you're running into. Your person over here is needing something to end, feeling absolutely done with some habit or thought or way of relating. They're really wanting to solve this problem, to go within, to maybe even take time for themselves and really work on ending whatever painful cycle this is and coming out on the other side, a brand new man, totally passionate. When I say man, it's because it's the muse, but I just mean a brand new person, totally passionate and inspired and fully aware of their own capabilities. For the energy between you guys, the Two of Cups, the Two of Emotions, that's a soulmate energy for sure here in this. And the world cosmos, a lot of the time, I would say these soulmate relationships are to teach us a lesson. And the world card is all about completing that lesson. And what's it about? Healing with the star. So this is really big energy. And it seems like the healing has to do with your relationship with this person. The Three of Inspirations card tells me not to push anything. It's not the right time yet anyway. They're still wanting to turn within and you're still uncertain about something. With the Three of Wands, the Three of Inspirations, it's like you need to wait, let things kind of unfold as they're going to, and let things take its course. You're still going to want to be clear. There's no way you're not going to want to be clear about things, but you don't need to rush into making red lines and, caution tape around certain things. You can still take your time and be really clear with yourself and use this time to get more clear with yourself, while the other person may want to stick to themselves, and that's okay. It looks like you guys aren't ready to take whatever next step it is yet. But in the end, there's definitely looking like there's going to be a lot of healing here. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Four of Emotions. Knight of Materials. The Sun. For your person, we have Strength. Seven of Materials, and the 10 of Materials. Cool. And for the energy between you guys, okay, 4 of Voices, 10 of Emotions, and 4 Materials. Okay. Underlying energy is the Queen of Inspiration. Wow. Okay, Capricorn, so you are not satisfied right now. That's the truth. There's some offer that's coming in for you that you're just not interested in taking for whatever reason. You may just feel completely dissatisfied with it. You still have love. There's still some level of feeling that there is some kind of give and take happening, some kind of connection happening, but ultimately there's this feeling of like, ugh, this isn't enough, this boredom, this incomplete feeling of, definitely dissatisfaction. The good news is you are ready to move on from it. You are wanting to work on this connection and you are feeling hopeful. You are definitely putting energy into this. You're wanting to turn this around. You're definitely wanting to make steps toward things being okay. Then this other person with the Strength card, it's this feeling of endurance and wanting to put in the work, even if it takes a long time. Then there's the 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles coming in here, Materials as it's called in this deck. This shows beautiful progress, this underlying energy for this person of endurance and tenacity. And going from 7 to 10, it's like I'm investing and I want it to flower in the end. And this feeling of wanting to see the work all the way through. These are two people that have high hopes and desires for the connection. The energy between 4 of voices and 4 of materials, with the beautiful 10 of emotions in the middle. There's a lot of love with the Queen of Inspiration. There's a lot of attraction, but there's also this feeling that we need rest and we need protection with both of these 4s coming in. Again, it's this feeling of some kind of stability with the 4, the number 4, but this one is like, okay, we are where we are, and now we need to rest, hold on. And this one is, okay, we've made it this far, but I'm afraid of losing it. But between all of that is definitely this feeling of we do have a beautiful connection. With the Sun card, the Strength card, the 10 of materials, and the 10 of emotions showing up in this, and the Queen of Inspirations under the deck, this is an absolutely beautiful connection that both people are hoping can work out. Don't push anything, don't rush anything, don't put walls up, don't be overly protective, just chill. Try to rest, and try to refocus, try to keep your eyes set high, right? Your eyes on the prize with each other, and be super patient, because there's some work here that can be done that can bring some really, really beautiful, long-lasting love in. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. You are showing up with the 8 of materials, the Death card, and the 7 of materials. Okay. For the other person, they have the 3 of inspirations, the Muse of materials, and the 9 of materials. Wow. Okay, now for the energy in between you guys, you get the 9 of inspiration, the 3 of voices, and the Chariot. Okay. Underlying energy, yeah, the 7 of inspirations. Okay, so there is some underlying feeling here, Aquarius, of a need for boundaries. The 7 of inspiration is like, I am determined to let my light shine, and I'm going to push away all the darkness that's trying to keep me inside and trying to keep me small. So there's a beautiful underlying energy. It's like a fighting energy, though, fighting to be able to have its own expression. The 9 of inspirations for the energy between you guys is like this energy just a little further on. It's like you're almost there. There's some boundary that you just really want to have be clear. And it's not even that big of a change. It's like this feeling of we are so close. So anyways, I'll get back to this, but there's definitely a feeling of a fight for boundaries here. So for your energy, the 8 of materials, Death card, 7 of materials. You're working on something so hard, but something's got to be done so that some new chapter can open and you can reinvest in the correct way. Going from the 8 to the 7 with death in between shows a need to step back, let something go. Don't completely abandon this project, but there's some aspect of it that needs to be done. And when I say project, I mean working on this dynamic here with this person. So, and that even could refer to working on yourself as a part of this dynamic. For the other person, we have the 3 of inspirations, the Muse of materials, and the 9 of materials. I think it's interesting that we have the 7, the 8, and the 9 of materials all showing up, as well as the muse, the king of materials. It's a very pentacle heavy vibe up here. Like you're definitely trying to put in a lot of work towards something. There's been a lot of hard work, it seems. But this person is waiting for more information before they know how to move forward. They really want to have this ability to provide everything for this dynamic. But for right now, they feel the need to actually focus on their own self. They may not feel well enough equipped to bring all of this providing energy to the table, but they definitely know that they need to work on their own self. So there's this feeling of hesitation. There's this feeling of waiting here. Meanwhile, the Three of Voices, the Three of Swords, is right smack dab in the middle. There has been pain. Probably has to do something here with what you are needing to let go of with the Death card, and maybe even has to do with something that this person is waiting on over here with the Three of Inspiration. There's definitely a feeling of like, come on, let's get through this, with the Nine of Inspirations, feeling like you're getting close, and the Chariot, like, come on, let's just tweak this and move forward. Like, let's just go already. Let's figure this out and move forward and move on. But there's definitely this underlying pain here, and definitely a need to be true for both of you, to your own selves. So now's not the time to push anything because you're really, really close. Now's the time to end something for your own self. Let them have their time, and just stay true to what you need the entire time. And that's going to be the path forward in this relationship. And I should add that the Four of Inspirations was right underneath there, meaning this is probably a marriage, or at least a relationship where there is some sort of serious commitment. So yeah, don't rush anything with the other person. Take your time, work on yourself, let something big go for yourself. Stay true to yourself, and it's going to unfold in time. Pisces. Okay, Pisces. The Muse of Inspiration, the Three of Voices, and the Six of Voices. Wow. For your person, the Eight of Inspiration, the Nine of Voices, and the Death card. Okay. For the energy in between you guys, we have Page of Voices, the Three of Materials, and the Two of Materials. Okay, and the underlying energy is the Magician, far out. Okay, so Pisces, you are feeling fired up here. You are ready to take action. You are feeling tuned in, turned on, tapped in, and you're definitely wanting to make moves. The Three of Voices right here in the middle of your energy shows that there is actually a lot of pain that you're still kind of, I don't want to say holding on to, because you do want to get past it, but it is still affecting you. Even though you're able to put on a really good front and actually show up with really good energy, deep down, there is definitely something that needs addressed here. The Six of Voices energy shows me that you are really interested in moving on to calmer waters, getting past whatever this is. That is the order of the day for sure. And for this other person, gosh, there's this inspiration. They're likely very attracted to you, but they're really worried of something. Something is keeping them up, preventing them from resting mentally. And it's like they know that something isn't right, that something has to end. I don't know what exactly that is, but there's something where this person is being inspired and then ultimately worrying too much, and something may even just end as a result of that worry. For the energy between you guys, the Page of Voices, Three of Materials, Two of Materials. There's a need for balance. Both of you seem to be willing to put in work toward this. this person probably doesn't know how to move forward, and you're definitely focused on healing and moving forward here. So stay open to each other, but definitely don't prioritize anything that doesn't feel right to you. Make sure there's an inner peace of sense of balance and peace between you guys. With the Page of Voices, really scrutinize anything before you do it. Make sure that this is the right direction for you too. In the end, this may not end up as a love relationship. This may just end up as a friendship, or at the very least, this is something where lessons can be learned and something can be built on and advanced from. With the Magician underneath, it's like you have a ton of power to influence this connection. So be really clear with what you want, really address the pain that you have and how you want to move forward. Make sure you communicate it, and then manifest it. Put all your energy into what you want to create for yourself, and just keep your eyes focused on what's going on and keep your head in the game as far as working on it, and things should be feeling much better for you very soon. Thank you so much for checking out my video. If you liked it, please leave a like, and I would love it if you subscribed to be notified when I put out new content. Thanks so much for watching. Aloha.